It's your old buddy, Uncle Rich here for Who's Telling the Truth. Guys, last week we, I hope everybody discovered biogas. And guys, I got to be honest with you. I thought biogas was some guy that ran around in a pickup truck getting oil from McDonald's French fries. I had no idea. But guys, the ignorance is going to stop. And we're going to show you biogas, how it deals with methane. And, one of the biggest problems is the problem of methane, and that we have food waste. And, we have declining resources. So we got to use what we have. And guys, the first clip, it's funny. Over the weekend, my wife bought cantaloupes. $1.50 each. She thought that was too much. I said, honey, please. So anyway, I got the cantaloupes. I cut them in half. And the guts, all the seeds and the mushy stuff in the middle, I'm scraping that into the garbage pail. And I'm saying to myself, if I had a biogas digester, this would be perfect for it. So guys, we're going to show you some of the benefits. And the first clip, and with what's been going on with Trump and everything else, but guys, we're not going to lose sight. I mean, we're going to lose sight for one clip. But tonight we're going to focus on biogas, making a better living. And I tell you, when you see all the possibilities that we can use this product for, I'm telling you, you guys are going to be blown away. But we're going to start with the first clip, and this is going to be how we want to try to eliminate food waste and the methane that it produces. So Judy, clip number 000, please.
Food waste and declining energy sources are major environmental hazards. Biogas is
environmental hazard.
It's a natural process in which organic waste is converted into cooking gas.
A natural process, guys.
So 5 years ago, we went on a mission to bring biogas to every home.
These guys figured out a way to make it simple.
We grouped the best engineers, scientists, designers, and product people together.
It's that simple.
And now it's here. Home biogas.
And guys, we're going to have a lot of fun with that tonight because we're going to show you, we're going to show you different ways that you can create biogas. And I tell you, you can go down to Home Depot. There's one video. We're not going to play it tonight, but there's one video. The guy lists all the pieces that you could buy at Home Depot to make your own biodigester. But guys, you know what? A lot of times it's better to take the easy way. Use something that somebody has already developed and just enjoy it. But, one of the problems is, this all comes down to methane and global warming. And it's unfortunate, but there are some people, especially the people that watch Fox News, that think there are two sides to the story when it comes to green energy and global warming and climate change. So, guys, we're going to play this first clip. And this is Kelly Craft. She's a Republican donor who I think is nominated to represent the United States at the United Nations. So guys, if she's going to represent us, listen to how she embarrasses herself. So Judy, clip number 00, please.
You yourself believe in climate change? I believe there are scientists that are on both sides.
Yeah, there's science accurate. On both sides,
you believe that
honey.
there's scientists that science that proves that man is not causing climate change? Well, I think that both sides have, they have their own
she thinks
results
there's
from
two
their
sides
studies,
to every
and
story.
I appreciate and I respect both sides of the science.
Guys, she's right. There's two sides to a story, but one of them is wrong. And for her to try to talk her way out of it is beyond me. Because if she was a critical thinker, and if she cared about the planet, and if she cared about Mother Nature, and if she cared about her kids, she would do something, wouldn't she? Instead of denying it and claiming there's two sides to the story. Yeah, one's wrong. We've got a consensus of scientists, and we got some boneheads. And you're going to stick with the boneheads. Oh, this is the problem. But we have a loud new voice. And guys, I got to be honest with you. AOC is the one that really got my attention focused on biogas. And why? Because it all came down to the farting cows. So, but she ain't going to go for that double reverse stuff. So Judy, let's have some fun with AOC, with clip number 01.
Deal with it. Deal with it. Like, deal with it. You try. You do it. Because you're not. So until you do it, I'm the boss.
Until you do it, I'm the boss. That a girl.
Like, I just introduced Green New Deal 2 weeks ago.
Keep going, Judy.
And I'm like, you try. You do it. Right. Because you're not.
They're not even trying. They don't want to find it. They're jealous of me.
So until you do it, I'm the boss.
Guys, she's got a set of balls, doesn't she? Until you do it, we'll do it my way. Until you come up with an idea that we can all embrace or even talk about, we'll do it my way. And she's got the backbone that everybody has lost when it comes to climate change. When you call out these boneheads like Uncle Joey, Ken Johnson, when you get guys that look at a chart from NASA that shows you, the temperature going up at a 45-degree, when you ignore that, you're worse than ignorant. You're stupid. And you've been brainwashed. And I tell you. But let's see, the next clip, we're just going to go ahead with the next one because if anyone can do it, but why would you? So Judy, let's have clip number 2, please.
This is the biogas generator. We got 2 stages now. First one is where the fresh crap is put in.
That's where the
it's put
crap
into that
goes.
nozzle. Goes into the
Guys,
digester
anybody
here.
can make a digester. I mean, this is
methane,
proof.
Goes up to that.
This is all it takes.
To that valve right there.
But why would you jump through these hoops and try to concoct this thing when there's an easy way?
Bubbler. So you can
Well, watch these bubbles, guys. That's methane gas.
Bubbles through the
That's
water.
ready to use gas. And guys, you know what? Judy, come back to me. It's free. And we're going to show you it's available, it's plentiful, and it's not going to end up in the dumps. So, let's see. The next clip, there's an easy way, and we're going to show you the easy way. So, Judy, number 3, please.
Installation is now simpler. Just fill the digester with water.
Guys, that's it. That's
Mount
the
the
bottom.
gas container using the
That's
supplied
the gas
sandbags,
bag.
and you're ready to go.
That's
The 2.0
it.
version is 50% more productive, easier to maintain, and super durable. We've also added a home biogas stove to give you the perfect solution. An average family produces about 2 liters of waste a day. Why should organic waste go into giant polluting landfills when it can go back into nature? Home Biogas 2.0 can now produce up to 3 hours of cooking gas per day, more than enough for an average family.
Guys, you're looking at the future. I'm telling you. And by the end of the show, they're going to have a worldwide webinar on I think it's the 19th. We're going to show you about that. And I tell you, this is just the tip of the iceberg. And, so that was the easy way to get biogas. And now we're going to show you that happiness is a warm bag. Guys, this woman, a gardener, she sent away for it, and I tell you, she did a dynamite video. So let's enjoy Happiness is a Warm Bag. Judy, clip number 4, please.
Hey garden nerds, today is kind of a red letter day. Not kind of, it is a red letter day because I have behind me a giant gas bag. And I'm so excited about this, I can't even tell you. I've been waiting a long time to share this with you. Now, what this is a home biogas digester. It takes food waste and animal manures and turns it into gas you can cook with or light a lamp with.
So guys, it makes gas you can cook with or light a lamp with. But you know what else you can do? You can use it. You can flush a marine toilet into it, and human waste can be used as well. And guys, think about that for a minute. Think about a hurricane area where there's no electricity, there's no sewage, there's nothing. And all of a sudden you show up with something which can just help people out. I mean, let's be honest with each other. We all got to poop. So not only can you help people out, give them a place to poop, but now you can use the energy from the poop to heat the water because nothing else works. And there's no electricity needed, I'm telling you. But guys, with flushing the toilet, it's a little tough, but hey, it's all organic. So once you get over the hump, you'll enjoy it. So Judy, number 5, please.
The biotoilet is an incredible use of sustainable technology. This is a lifesaver for refugee
guys.
camps.
Don't you think they could use one in a place like this? These poor refugees.
And energy are scarce.
What do you think they're pooping?
But more typical
in a
Western
porta-potty?
families
How
should
many
be adopting this
porta-potties do
type
they
of
gotta
technology as well. We're entering an era where our planet just cannot afford limitless toilet flushing.
Guys, we have to be honest with each other. Things have to change, and this is one way to do it. And I think you'll have to agree with me that, I mean, there's a lot of different things that you can do. And another thing that you can do with biogas is you can actually heat a house. And guys, the clip I played, this is a propane heater that's been adjusted to use biogas. So Judy, number 6, please.
I have here is roughly it's actually a propane heater for like heating your air, you know, like your room or your living room up or whatever. It normally runs on propane. So I actually have it hooked up to biogas. I just got done doing my connections, doing a couple tests. I was letting it run for a while, no big deal. So I figured, hey, everything's working good. So I'll go ahead and share that with you guys.
And guys, there's one other thing that you can do with biogas. You can actually, they have a unit that heats water so that you can actually take a shower. Well, we're going to show you that later. It's going to blow you away. But guys, can you imagine the luxury of being able to take a warm shower after, like those people down, where was that? They just had the tornado. Oklahoma or Georgia. Hey, they can use stuff like this here. So anyway, this next company is called the Bio Bowser, as in a dog, because you could put dog poop in it. So guys, we just wanted to show you there are other companies, but there aren't many out there. So we're going to show you this, and you know, you can order this for your home, but anyway, we'll get to that later. But Judy, let's have clip number 7, please.
The anaerobic digester, which we call a biobowser. This is a small, large household variety, 5 cubic meters, but the sizes vary up to, say, 300 cubic meters.
But they go up to 300.
This comes with its own hothouse to keep it warm. The temperature that the bacteria like within the digester is about 35-40 degrees. So this keeps that in a cooler climate. In summertime, it's just ideal. Comes flat packed.
Hey guys, we'll show you how it comes packed and shipped and everything. But you know, the most important thing with biogas is to reduce the landfill air pollution. And Judy, I have to read this one, so Kurt, make sure my mic's open. Number 8, please. Air pollution cause number 3 is landfills. And biogas can help reduce landfill air pollution in 2 ways. First is by diverting organic waste. This way cities not only generate their own renewable power, but also divert the waste away from landfills. And guys, that's the important thing, to keep the waste out of landfills. And guys, let's see. The next clip, we're going to show you a woman that has a digester that likes it so much, she actually brings garbage home from work. Because I guess she's got a small family. But could you imagine being at work with all your buddies having lunch and somebody goes to throw away a watermelon rind or whatever, and you go, hey, do you mind if I have that? What do you want to do with it? I'm going to bring it home and put it in my digester. But guys, I know you don't believe me. So we'll play clip number 9, and listen, you'll hear her say it herself. She brings home garbage. Judy, number 9.
How much cooking are we talking about?
Not too much. It's like an hour or 2 of cooking every day for the food waste that a household generates. Sometimes I bring waste from work and add it to this. But yeah, it's enough for a household.
Okay, Georgie, we've got the biodigester, we've got the kitchen scraps. You've actually bought some kitchen scraps. Can you show us how it works?
Yeah, sure.
Guys, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun tonight because, believe it or not, some countries want to buy your garbage. I know. You guys say, Rich, who would want to buy garbage? Sweden. I know you won't believe me, so we're going to play you the clip. Judy, number 10, please.
Why is Sweden buying trash from other countries? Well, in fact, the global waste market is estimated to be worth almost $500 billion a year.
There's
Shipping
money
trash
in it.
from country
It's
to country
simple.
and burning massive amounts of fuel in the process is primarily an economic decision. Many countries and cities charge a landfill tax, which in some places can be as high as about $100 a ton. Instead, some choose to ship their trash elsewhere for considerably less money.
You want to scare the hell out of Republicans, tell them they're going to have to pay a tax to throw away their garbage. Uh-oh. But guys, the next clip we're going to play you is from England. And England is starting to get the idea. But I want to show you the comparison between Germany and England. England is starting to build digesters now. All right? Germany has been building them. Germany has 7,000 biodigesters. Guess how many England has? 400. Guys, there's money to be made in poop. So let's take a look with clip number 11 and look how it's important that we have a government commitment to help get the ball rolling, which is exactly what AOC wants to do. She wants government investments in places like pig poop farms. So Judy, number 11.
At the country's largest agriculture and machinery show in Peterborough today, those promoting biofuel and biogas say what's needed is a greater government commitment to the industry.
What we really need, as opposed to a subsidy regime level, we need some certainty in that subsidy regime, which allows us to plan for the next 3 to 5 years and encourage that investment to come in.
This sector of renewable energy is still a fledgling business. Germany has 7,000 anaerobic digestion plants compared to just 400 in this country.
It's hard to believe the difference, right? I mean, Germany gets it. And every other country, why? Because we're addicted to fossil fuels. And we're going to get rid of them. And, you can get on board. You can either deny it or get on board. But the world's changing. And as a matter of fact, guys, we now have a World Biogas Association. finally, it's in its first year, but we're going to show you what the World Biogas Association is all about. So Judy, clip 12, please.
What is the World Biogas Association?
Last year at Marrakesh at the COP22 on climate change, associations from around the world and companies from around the world came together to create this World Biogas Association because they believe that we need a global voice for the biogas industry, a global voice telling the world what biogas can do in terms of sustainability, climate change, and energy independence.
All right. So guys, that's the short clip edition of the show. Now we're going to play the clips at length so that this way, you know, when you're watching the show, if there's something that really tickles your fancy, you know, you'll know on YouTube that I lined them up. So we're going to go through the clips that we played from the beginning in order, but in their entirety this time. And guys, the first one we're going to show you is home biogas itself. So Judy, clip number 19, please. A generational challenge, guys.
We know what you're thinking. You hear the music, see these amazing places on Earth, and you think we're going to talk about another big idea that might or might not happen to save the planet. Well, no. We are here to share with you something practical that we have actually built to bring what people say for years is the future to right now. Food waste and declining energy sources are major environmental hazards. Biogas is the solution. It's a natural process in which organic waste is converted into cooking gas. So 5 years ago, we went on a mission to bring biogas to every home. We grouped the best engineers, scientists, designers, and product people together. And now it's here. Home biogas. Home biogas is the first family-sized, user-friendly, affordable biogas system. It is the change, and you can put it in your backyard. Home biogas comes in an easy-to-assemble kit, and its use is as simple as can be. Just throw in your organic waste, and there you go. A hot stove ready for cooking. A cycle of in-house energy, and it runs with no electricity. Your leftovers provide you 2 to 3 hours of energy a day. Any kitchen leftovers, including meat and dairy, work, even your pet's litter. Just toss it all inside home biogas, and the bacteria in the digester will decompose the organic material and release biogas. As a byproduct of the digestion, home biogas even generates an incredible plant fertilizer. It's the kind you pay a large sum for in garden stores. In this manner, home biogas creates an eco-cycle. Waste turns into gas and fertilizer. Fertilizer is used to grow food, and gas to cook it. Leftovers are more waste. We are way past the prototype phase. We've already installed more than 150 units that have been running for over a year. Until now, we've worked with international organizations in underserved communities. Now, we're bringing it to you. You are in charge of creating your own clean, renewable energy. Energy that you can trust. We need your help to make home biogas an accessible household item. So if you want to bring the change, get home biogas. Let's create a better future for our next generations.
So what do you think, guys? I mean, it just makes sense, right? I mean, it doesn't get any easier, you know, but we're going to have more fun with it. We're going to show you longer clips, but first we're going to have a little fun with Kelly Craft again, and we're going to show you Seth Meyers, and I tell you, he had a lot of fun giving her the business, and I tell you, he did a lot better job than I did, but hey, anytime you give a denier the business, that's where you know, I always tell Uncle Joey, I say, Uncle Joey, what are you going to tell your grandkids when they say to you, Grandpa, what did you do about global warming and climate change? What are you going to say, Joey? I denied it, right? Joey, there's no planet B, but he's a Republican, diehard Republican. He refuses to accept reality, He refuses to accept facts. He refuses everything. That's why we give him the business. So, Judy, let's have fun giving him the business with clip number 20, please.
Democratic candidates are also debating key issues voters care about, like, for example, climate change, and the timing cannot be more urgent. On Friday, Trump announced he was nominating his new ambassador to the United States, a GOP donor named Kelly Craft, who won't even say if climate change is real. Here she is being asked that question in 2017.
You know, there's good sciences on both issues, and I believe that we are committed to our environment. Obviously, there are a lot of people on this earth, and that is going to be a result of some of the damages to the planet.
Do you yourself believe in climate change?
I believe there are sciences that are on both sides that are accurate.
You believe that there's scientists science that proves that man is not causing climate change?
Well, I think that both sides have, they have their own results from their studies, and I appreciate and I respect both sides of the science.
She sounds like a sixth grader who forgot to do a project for the science fair. Also, there are not both sides. There's one side with all the world scientists on it, and then there's the other side, which is just Donald Trump. And I assure you, he's not sitting there in a lab coat and goggles studying computer models and cranking out reports. Eureka, I've got it. I learned how to spell hamburger. Climate change will be one of several major issues in the 2020 campaign, and they already have Democrats energized. Trump is desperate to cause chaos because it's the only thing he's good at.
Causing chaos. It's the only thing he's good at. And I tell you, Trump is good at it. It's amazing. You remember the guys that used to spin the plates on the Ed Sullivan show? And, next week we're going to have a guy that spins 13 plates at one time. Hey, 13 plays for Trump. That wouldn't even be he'd do that in his sleep. I tell you, he's the master of deception. And guys, there's one person that's going to tell us the truth, and I tell you, she takes no prisoners when she does it. And AOC, I'm telling you, the gloves are off. I couldn't appreciate her anymore. So guys, let's enjoy this clip. Clip number 21, Judy.
Deal with it. Deal with it. Like, deal with it. You try. You do it. Because you're not. So until you do it, I'm the boss.
I'm the boss. Atta girl.
Like, I just introduced Green New Deal 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, you try. You do it. Because you're not.
They're not even trying. They don't want to find it. They're jealous of me.
So until you do it, I'm the boss.
You come in here and you say it has to be my way or the highway. I don't respond to that.
Oh, it's unrealistic. Oh, it's vague. Oh, it doesn't address this little minute thing.
We aren't sure that we'll be able to fully get rid of farting cows and airplanes that fast.
Like, I'm trying, and you're not. Guess what? I made a mistake. Deal with it.
I read it as it came out. Well, it's the wrong document, Tucker. Well, it's definitely the wrong.
Yeah, that's not us.
The Green New Deal, the rollout got botched, which is unfortunate. But their argument is this.
What do you mean it got botched?
Well, they had this frequently asked questions document, which was a disaster.
Yeah, I messed up. Who cares? Deal with it. Like, deal with it. The power is in the person who's trying, regardless of the success.
That's the way you do it. Okay,
If you
Judy,
have a
did that
garden,
end?
You know, weeds are low-down little scoundrels. Draw the line with Roundup. The Sure Shot wand extends with a
looks like we
protective
got a
shield
commercial
and
in
targets
here.
weeds more precisely.
Wonder
than
how that
found in
happened.
Roundup, trusted for over 40 years.
Well, let it run. How do you like that? Uh-oh.
But I do know that it's enthusiastic, and we welcome all the enthusiasms that are out there.
And I asked Ed Markey, what in the heck is this?
I'm trying to do the best I can, which was to write a responsible resolution.
Any plan that doesn't take bold,
Okay.
transformative action is not going to be what we need.
Well, you know better than I do. So I think one day you should run for the Senate.
Peter, does the senator have an estimate on exactly how much all that could cost?
No estimate yet, and we don't know when we might get it.
The fact sheet they released alongside it literally said they want to provide economic security for people who are unwilling to work. Right?
What? Unwilling to work. You believe this?
Okay. Really? I swear to God.
How is that possible? You're talking about everybody having to drive an electric car?
How are we going to pay for it? And like this is the war, this is our World War II. Have started to just roll with it. And I'm like, guess what? I made a mistake. Deal with it. Like, I'm trying and you're not. So that's really the part that I've gotten to. It's like, yeah, I messed up. Who cares? Like, yeah, I said and instead of but on national television. Deal with it. Like, deal with it. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Because, again, I'm at least trying and they're not. So the power is in the person who's trying, regardless of the success. If you're trying, you've got all the power. You're driving the agenda. You're doing all this stuff. Like, I just introduced Green New Deal 2 weeks ago, and it's creating all of this conversation. Why? Because no one else has even tried. Because no one else has even tried. So people are like, oh, it's unrealistic. Oh, it's vague. Oh, it doesn't address this little minute thing. And I'm like, you try. You do it.
Right.
Because you're not. Because you're not. So until you do it, I'm the boss. How about that?
You heard it here.
Now, guys, you see the source on that? That was the Daily Caller. And I want to tell you, if you ever want to have some fun, and if you ever want to see how people like Kenny Johnson and Uncle Joey get all their information ass backwards, that's where you go. Go on the Daily Caller, and I tell you, I love to give them the business. I really do. And I love going on Facebook and giving them the business because I'll tell you, they don't want to know what's real. They don't want to know what real is and what reality is. They only want to know what's Republican. And guys, you know, earlier I said that anybody could make a biodigester. And guys, this guy made this backyard thing, and I'm going to show it to you just to show you that it works. But there's an alternative. So like I said, you can go to Home Depot and get all the pieces and the parts, and you can make your own. But why jump through all the hoops and everything when you could just mail away and have one shipped to your house? So Judy, let's show this homemade contraption. Hey, but it works, so what are you going to say? Clip number 22.
This is the
It's just
biogas
unsightly
generator.
looking, isn't it?
We got 2 stages now. First one is where the fresh crap is put in. It's put into that nozzle, goes into the digester here, and then it builds methane, goes up to that valve right there, goes into this filter here.
That filter's a hydrogen filter, guys.
Bubbler. As you can see right there, it's creating methane, and it bubbles through the water, further filtering the hydrogen sulfide, carbon dioxide, and what's the other one? Water vapor. There you go. And other chemicals that's in the biogas. Then it goes into this green hose, going into this storage tank, which is a floater type. When methane builds up, this one floats up, as you can see. The barrel beneath it is just a water tank. It's just a tank full of water.
If you were to push down on that barrel, you would increase the pressure of the gas going out to the unit.
The barrel actually keeps it pressurized, and then it goes into that green hose into the house right there, where it's connected to a lamp and a stove.
Looks like
right now there's only a
country.
temporary
kind
storage.
Of vehicle
it's not that big right now, but we're planning to make a bigger one. So that thing will just keep creating methane. As you can see, it just keeps going. So the bubbles are the methane, and it goes up and stores it to that floater. Now this second one also creates methane. What happens is that if you close the valve over there, for example, after 20 days, you close that valve and pressure builds up in this generator, and it pushes the digested slurry into this second stage biodigester. As you can see right there, we haven't painted it yet, but this one has 10% capacity, 10% more capacity to create methane. So we're storing it, and then it'll create methane. Also goes out to that valve, going into that T pipe there, where it also produces methane. Now this one, we put a drainage valve there, where after 20 days we can take out some of the slurry and use it as fertilizer. It's an organic
they say it makes
fertilizer,
excellent
so it's
fertilizer.
really good. And it's richer than, you know, undigested crap. And so here it is. Let me just get a bigger picture of how
but it's scary
it
looking,
looks
isn't
like.
it?
And as you can see, the bubbler, it's still creating methane, which is great. Usually a biodigester is really efficient when it's hot. Right now it's getting cooler, so it's kind of slow right now, but
Free
as
gas.
long as it's creating methane, we're good to go.
All right, so guys, now you saw the old, hey, I gotta hand it to him. He did it. I mean, you know, if you put that in your front yard, your neighbors would probably shoot you. But guys, the next one we're going to show you is this girl, and she's the one, she responded to me on YouTube. So I'm gonna message her, and I'm gonna tell her that we featured her clip on the show. But I tell you, she was real excited about it, and she said that it had gotten a little too cold, and they had to stop using it. So I want to stay in touch with her, and I want to see, you know, just how hot does it have to be to use these things. And I heard that there's a heater that you can use, but we'll find out about that. But anyway, Judy, let's see what happens with clip number 23.
Hey garden nerds! Today is kind of a red letter day. Not kind of, it is a red letter day because I have behind me a giant gas bag, and I'm so excited about this I can't even tell you. I've been waiting a long time to share this with you. Now what this is a home biogas digester. It takes food waste and animal manures and turns it into gas you can cook with or light a lamp with. And so since we live in earthquake territory where it's, you know, very, very possible that we will end up off-grid for 6 months minimum when the big one hits the fault line, we wanted to make sure that we're as close to off-grid as possible, even though we live in the middle of Los Angeles. So being able to cook without natural gas or petroleum derivatives is really important to me, and the first step in doing that was getting the home biogas digester. Now, I'm not being paid to tell you about this. I bought it. I got in on a Kickstarter, and my husband was a little freaked out when he saw that it's oh so attractive because it's a giant gas bag, and it takes up about 9 feet wide and 9 feet long, 6 feet wide, so you do have to have space for it, and it has to be in full sun because that's part of the process. Heat helps build the gas. So we fed this, first of all, we filled up the tank. This is the water tank down at the bottom. And instead of filling it with virgin pure water, we actually emptied our hot tub, which is 320-ish gallons, and it filled this whole thing up completely, no waste. So this is recycled water that's in here. We waited a few days to get the chlorine out of it, so there's no bacteria-killing chemicals in there at all. And then we attach this biogas bag on top, and there are sandbags, 48 sandbags that I filled with my own 2 hands, took about an hour, that go into these pockets in the green section up here. And then you feed it with horse manure or cow manure or pure manure that has to be fresh, like no more than 2 to 3 days old. So we did it wrong the first time and waited, and nothing happened, and we thought we might have had a leak, but we were communicating very well with the home biogas folks in Tel Aviv, Israel, by the way. They're in Israel, so we're communicating, you know, in different time zones overnight. And we finally figured out that the manure that we used was just too old and had too much bedding in it. So we called up a friend who had a horse, who's very clean about the way that she poops. And we put a fresh batch of manure in here, and within a week this thing is almost completely full. So today we hooked up the tube, which we have running along the back here just for testing. We're going to actually permanently install this. But here's how this works, just real quick so I can show you. You come over here, and this is where you feed. This is the mouth of the digester. And you put your food scraps in here, or your chicken manure, or your horse manure, or your cow manure, or goat manure, or rabbit manure, whatever, or your dog and cat manure. Because you know how you can't compost most cat and dog feces because of the pathogen issue? You can put it in the biodigester. So this is the coolest thing, because I've been wondering what to do with all the cat poop, besides throwing it in the landfill in a plastic bag that never breaks down, right? So you feed it into here, you mix it with some water, make a slurry, pour it in, and then it goes into here, and the gas comes out the back end, and we're running it to a tube, and then we're going to actually boil our first kettle of water right now.
The gas comes out the back end. How appropriate. But guys, now we're going to show you her actually using the gas that she produced with the unit comes, the burner comes with it. Everything comes with it. So once you set this up, you're good. And I think the hose is 20-something feet long. So as long as you put the bag near your kitchen or whatever, you could run this through a window or whatever. But anyway, let's watch part 2 now with clip number 24. So Judy, let's boil some tea.
So this is the stove that came with the home biogas unit, and it has a gas burner that is retrofitted specifically for biogas. So you want to be sure that whatever you have that you're going to use to cook on has been outfitted with the proper
everything comes with the unit,
or whatever
guys.
You want to call it, for biogas, okay? So don't try this at home, kids. Now we have a clicker here in case this doesn't want to light, because biogas can be harder to light than other gases. But this has a starter on it. So I'm going to start it. And it lit. It lit. Now, because it's so bright out, we can't see the blue flame, but there's supposed to be a blue flame here. I see flame under there, and we're just going to wait and see what happens. We're probably going to have to get some kind of a wind break at some point to help keep it from doing, from blowing out. Now, the thing that's so cool about this biogas digester is when the bag is full, you get 3 hours of cooking fuel per day. So that's an hour for breakfast, an hour for lunch, an hour for dinner, if you even cook that much. So we're just going to boil this little kettle of tea for some tea and see what happens. It's like watching a kettle boil. See, there's steam coming out of our tea kettle. This is so exciting.
Yay!
Listen, listen. Yay!
Not only do I see it, but I hear it.
Well, that's the most exciting thing that's happened all day. We're cooking with biogas. So the whole point of this is to be as self-reliant as possible. And I know this costs money, and yes, you can go out and build your own biodigester from scratch if you want to. These guys have just made it easy. And they have this new piece, this new component, an add-on to the biogas digester, which is a composting toilet. So you could actually, build out an outhouse and have human manure fueling your biogas, and then you're cooking with human poop, which I know it sounds gross, but honestly, it's the most awesome and ultimate recycling there is. If you like this video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe and click the little notification bell that lets you know the next time we have an awesome video like this that comes online. Happy gardening!
So I subscribed. That's why you saw the video go. And I'll stay in touch with her. And guys, I'll try to keep everybody informed on what's going on. And the ironic thing, I called town hall today. I called the city of Danbury. And I wanted to speak to the mayor, because I have an idea that we could do the same thing with the town of Danbury that they did with the chicken poop up in Wisconsin, where they use the methane to run all the town vehicles. So guys, with a little ingenuity and doing things the right way and by retrieving the methane and by capturing it, we may be able to power the Danbury DPW fleet. Hey guys, it's being done. Now it's just a matter of lighting the right fire under the right feet so we can make things happen. And guys, you know, you heard her at the end of the clip say about the bio toilet. Well, this is a marine toilet where, you know, you pump the water in and then you flush it. But guys, it goes, hey, human waste is the same as dog waste, cat waste. It's all biodegradable. And it's all going to produce the same thing, methane gas. And we're going to take advantage of it and we're going to use it. So anyway, so Judy, let's have, guys, this is a little rough, but anyway, clip number 25, please.
Amazing new biotoilet transforms human waste into fuel. The biotoilet connects to the home biogas system, which is an off-grid appliance that turns organic waste into renewable cooking gas.
They give you the prices.
The main appliance, the home biogas system, takes waste such as food scraps and animal manure, and using a biological process, turns that into biogas. No chemicals and no toxins. It uses a biological process that's 100% a process that is constantly happening in nature all around us. If you're interested in more details, look up anaerobic digestion, which is the scientific name for the process that the home biogas system uses. The new biotoilet, therefore, adds human waste, or humanure, as permaculturists may know it as, and uses that as an additional resource to generate free cooking gas. The biotoilet is an incredible use of sustainable technology. This is a lifesaver for refugee camps,
Man,
where
you know
sanitation
they can use them there, huh guys?
and energy are scarce. But more typical Western families should be adopting this type of technology as well. We're entering an era where our planet just cannot afford limitless toilet flushing, nor the old wasteful extraction, use, and landfill ways. Our rivers will die if we keep discharging our human waste and don't begin to repair past damage. This closed-loop system is exactly the kind of technology we need to adopt if we're going to keep living on this planet. What's really great about the biotoilet and the home biogas system is that it makes sustainable living so easy. The potential for the biotoilet is huge, particularly in rural and remote areas. The logistics and installation are so simple. Click the link below to visit Home Biogas for more info. Help promote biogas production. Share this video.
Share this video. Hey guys, you know, and it keeps getting better because now we can hook a heater up to it. So let's just say you don't cook that much, but you always want to stay warm, right? So let's show you how it works with clip number 26. Judy?
Have here is roughly it's actually a propane heater for like heating
Look
your
at the size of
air,
that bag on the floor,
you know, like
guys.
your room
That's from
or
a different
your
company.
living room up or whatever. It normally runs on propane. So I actually have it hooked up to biogas. I just got done doing my connections, doing a couple tests. I was letting it run for a while, no big deal. So I figured, hey, everything's
So
working
he's
good.
using a
So go ahead and
pump to
share
pump
that
the
with you
gas
guys.
into it.
So we have the biogas bag, we have the biogas pump, right? That's how I'm going to control how much gas I want to come in and out. I have that coming up into the heater here. So this heater actually has a glass right here in the front, and then behind it is where the flame actually goes. Okay, so you'll kind of see it light up over here. So I just got it sitting on the table just as an experiment here, just to show you guys that biogas can be used just like anything else, really. So anyway, I'm going to get you guys set up on the tripod. I'm going to turn down the lights a little bit so that way you guys can actually see the flame a little bit better. And man, this thing puts out a lot of heat, guys. Let me tell you. I'm actually sweating because I've been working on it, but it puts out a lot of heat. So I just wanted to show you guys a scenario. You know, there's many applications, and this is one of them. So give me a second here and I'll get you guys all lined up.
Guys, if the average woman ever saw
All right,
something
I went
like
ahead
that
and
in her
dimmed my
kitchen,
lights down. I'll dim them
she'd
down a little
shoot
bit
you.
more. I just need to see what I'm doing here.
You wouldn't
So I'm
need
going to go ahead and
gas.
turn on the biogas pump so we can create some flow and some pressure. And then I'll go ahead and light it. I'm just going to use a lighter to light it, right? So here we go.
Hit it. Yay!
So that's running on biogas, guys. There's the bag. I know it's a little dark, but I want to show you guys.
Guys, now if the bag was in the basement and
so I'm going to
just
turn
the tube
up
was
the
coming
pressure
up,
on the biogas.
your wife wouldn't kill you.
So you guys can see it's definitely doing its thing.
Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to have enough time, guys, so we're going to have to go. We'll go to the next one, 27, which is the Bio Bowser, as in bow wow, you know, as in a dog, because you can put the dog poop in. But guys, they show you a shower with this one. This one also does a light, a shower. I don't know if it does a toilet or not, but Judy, let's prove my point. And these can be, you can get these things big, guys. So 27, Judy.
The biobowser produces a fertilizer from the waste, and that can be applied directly to the plants, onto gardens. It is high in nutrients, and in a village situation where they rely heavily on their gardens, this would be fantastic. An anaerobic digester, which we call a biobowser. This is a small, large household variety, 5 cubic meters, but the sizes vary up to, say, 300 cubic meters. This comes with its own hothouse to keep it warm. The temperature that the bacteria like within the digester is about 35-40 degrees. So this keeps that in a cooler climate. In summertime, it's just ideal. Comes flat packed, and we've got these panels all fit into the grooves within there. It's modular, so it can be extended in the size if you want a bigger size. The only thing that varies is the bladder size. But on the front is the input. This is where the waste is put into. And here down the bottom, the slurry level is above the area down here where all the waste goes in. So this can be in, this is the inside of the digester, the bladder. So the bladder is about half full of slurry, and then the top is the gas storage. So over the night, when it's not being used, that will come right up to the top of the bladder. It expands right up. Then the gas comes through the pipe to the exterior here, where first of all it goes through a scrubber, that is, takes out the hydrogen sulfide and the water is taken out. Then through a simple pump driven by either electricity or solar, drives the gas into the cooker.
There's the
and
stove.
That could be a single cooker or a double cooker.
And there's the
gas lights.
Gas heater for the shower.
And then from that can go also a hot water system, which is an impulse 7-litre.
Now guys, can you imagine being in an area devastated by a hurricane?
At the
you
back
see something
is
like this?
Where the liquid fertilizer comes out.
No electricity, no moving parts.
Flame in it. That fertilizer then goes straight into the garden. Can be applied directly or into the soil. So what goes in, if you put in 100 kgs a day, 100 kgs comes out. And this pipe here is level with the front part. So it automatically, you put it in, it automatically comes out. The biobowser arrives flat packed in a 70 kg 4-box parcel, and all that's required to assemble it is a screwdriver, Allen key.
Hey, even I can do it.
This usually takes about 2 hours to 3 hours. First time may take a little longer, but there are instructions that come with it.
So guys, you see what's going on, right? And we're going to play one final clip. And this is from the BBC. And the BBC is trying to get people organized with biogas. And guys, there's one thing I want to leave you with. Judy, if you can bring up that transform your waste. Guys, there's going to be a webinar. Can you make that larger, Judy? And that webinar, I think, is going to be, there you go, March 19th at 9 o'clock in the morning. So if you guys want to see what's going on with home biogas, this is your opportunity. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to leave you with the BBC clip, and then Judy's going to roll the credits. And guys, once again, I want to thank Marco. He really hooked us up with a dynamite pizza. Thank you, Marco. We'll see you next week. So, Judy.
Wind and solar farms are a common
There
sight
you
in this
go.
region,
Nice
but there's
job.
another form of renewable energy which is growing every year. Anaerobic digestion turns food and farm waste and some crops into power.
On the edge of the fens, they're turning pig waste into biogas. It's thought to be the first facility of its size in the country.
The
This
first of
great
its
dome on a
size
farm near
in the
Methold
country.
is turning this steaming stuff into heat for our homes. Andy Soane's pigs generate 17,000 tons of muck a year, and that generates methane, a greenhouse
They
gas
call it
which will
muck.
soon be harnessed by this plant. What's in it for you, Andy?
In it for me is I'll get the muck taken away quicker, and also I'll get some cheaper electricity back from the plant as well.
The teeth just break it up and get it into a homogeneous state.
John Scott Kerr shows me how the pig muck will be transferred from this hopper into three
That's what
massive
chews up all the
silos.
poop.
Here, without oxygen,
Look at the
microorganisms
size of
break
these
it down,
tanks.
called anaerobic digestion. Well, they call this vast chamber
Look how big
the
this
concrete
thing is.
cow's stomach. And that's because in about 8 weeks' time, these giant paddles will be churning around 4,000 tons of pig muck and crop, which after 45 days generates biogas, a mixture of methane and carbon dioxide.
It then comes out of the plant down these tubes, and it in all of this apparatus here that we filter it, upgrade it, and get it ready to then go into the gas grid.
Enough gas to heat 4,500 homes in winter, 60,000 in the summer months. And unlike solar or wind power, it generates energy whatever the weather.
It
In Norfolk we now
generates
have 6
energy
plants.
no
The
matter what
agricultural
the
lay of the
weather.
land here suits it very well.
And
It's
if the
flat.
sun is
There's
shining,
flat
it
grass
don't
problems,
matter.
and we can help
Guys, I'm
alleviate that.
telling you.
It's very much
This
a
is it.
partnership with local farming communities, and the
This is
farming
the
community of
answer.
Norfolk
Well,
is
this is
significant.
part of the answer.
At the country's largest agriculture and machinery show in Peterborough today, those promoting biofuel and biogas say what's needed is a greater government commitment to the industry.
Government
What we really need
commitment,
is,
just
opposed to the
like
subsidy regime
AOC
level, we need
said.
some certain